little blended area. So it depends on what you want, but feel free to use either. So now that we've shaded around the eyes and around the nose, we're going to move on to the mouth. And I have something extremely exciting to tell you about the mouth, okay? Now remembering that these proportions are totally vague and approximate, we are going to draw a little tiny dashed line from the pupil, okay? All the way down, deep, deep, like it's raining, deep, 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 all the way down to the lip line, which is that line below the nose line. And you remember, you want to erase these little dashes, so please don't press hard. You want to press lightly, deep, 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 all the way down. And what you've just done is you've just determined where your mouth should go. Obviously, some people have tiny mouths and some people have huge mouths, and there's all sorts of shapes. But now you have a rough range where your lips are going to fit inside of that space. Now, while we're here, let's do something else. The outer corner of the eye, we're going to go deep, 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 all the way down again to where we meet the sides of the face or that lip line. Somebody tell me what happens when I get to the end of this little line. What do you think that's supposed to tell me?
In the middle, you draw the lips.
Say it again, Julian.
You draw the lips.
Wait, say it one more time really loud.
Into the end of the dotted line is the side of the lip.
The sides of the face.
The lip.
The lip, no, the lip is right here in the pupil line. What is this one? Anybody have a guess? It's the neck, okay? Generally, when we're in kindergarten and we draw a face, we do this situation. Here's our hair, here's our humongous Picasso eyes that are way too high, right? Because we're in kindergarten, we're just learning to draw. And then we do the bobblehead situation, right? We all do that. I did that in kindergarten. We all did that, right? But then you learn eventually, and it takes a really long time. I think I was in college before I learned this. Your neck is actually pretty wide, almost as wide as your whole face. And so that line from the bottom, from the outside corner of the eyes tells you where to put your neck. So if you want to gently draw a line from that point, you can establish your neck right here at the end of that dashed line. Okay? You can go down a few inches. Some necks are long, some of you are going to run out of paper because you're near the bottom of your paper. It doesn't really matter, as long as you get a little bit of a hint of where the neck goes. How's it going at home? You getting it? Okay. All right, so now, here's the cool thing about the mouth. Every mouth is different, obviously, but the shape we're after, when we start talking about the mouth, is a letter what, would you say?
M.
Ooh, M, W, yes. I totally think it's an M. But it's not like a pointy mountain M. What do you think?
It kind of looks like a little peacock.
Like a little peapod, yes. So let's just stick with the top. I'd like to separate out the shape so it's easier for you to understand. So look at just the top lip. I think you're right. I think it's a curvy M. So has anybody ever read The Little Prince?
Mm-hmm.
You know the snake that swallows the hat?
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of that shape, right? Like this, the snake swallows the hat and it kind of looks like this. Sort of like, now obviously the bottom line is not straight for the purposes of this. That's like the Le Petit Prince hat thingy. But basically it's a curvy, subtle M. And remember, you already know where to put it because you did those dashed lines from the pupil. And the thing is you can gently start in the middle with your sort of downward sloping M. But you don't need to extend it all the way out to the corners of your dotted pupil line, because that's not exactly always accurate. Sometimes you can't see part of the mouth. You can only see the line in the middle where the lips come together. So let's just do that gentle M shape. kindergarten. We do the crazy big eyes, and we do this, and you do your nose, and you do your mouth, and then you do this with your hair. This is like every kid ever, ever, ever. You go. Okay, let's do a little bow here, right? Beep, 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 beep. And then maybe. Okay, so that's like every kid drawing ever, right? Or we could do the curly version of that. This is how I think I used to draw. Right? That's hair, right? Okay, so, nope, not hair. Then another thing I often see is you're going to start your bangs up at the top of that head shape we drew, and they're going to be plastered to your skull. Like this, okay? Now, why is that not right?
It just isn't.
It just is not right.
It looks like separate piece of hair just falling down, and the hair's not going in the same direction.
Yeah, it's all going straight perfectly down, which some people do have that. However, here's what I want you to know, okay? Remember your face shape, this egg, right? You all have this egg here. Well, guess what? It's time to erase the whole top of your egg from ear to ear. Erase that line. Everybody get out your eraser and erase that line. Here's why. Because that was just a guideline. You can use your pencil eraser or your pink eraser. Gently erase. You can leave a little showing because we might need a little bit of it so I can tell you the next step. But what happens is if we pretend that this egg shape that we drew is the top of the head, well, generally hair sticks way up. It's like, our hair is not, unless you are a professional ballerina who has the tightest bun on earth, your hair is not plastered to your head, you know? For the most part, unless you use product to slick it back. That's the only way, right? Like Annika has her hair back. Is it like sucked down to her entire head? No, it's fluffy, it sticks up, right? It sticks up. And so if you don't go above this line, which I didn't here, that's why this looks so weird. If I wanted to make even my little basic drawing look all right, big eyes, little nose and a mouth, I kind of have to do this sort of Naruto thing. This is actually that is more accurate than the hair suck. See that? It looks more real because it has movement, it has direction. We cannot let the hair get sucked down to the head. So I want you to do this. On your own drawing, above where you have that top of the egg shaped line, I want you to draw like, maybe put your entire thumb at least, and then draw another line. That's where the top of the hair, the fluffy part of the hair is going to be. And then I want you to go down from your hairline, because remember, look up here, forehead. We all have a hairline, and it's not at the top of our hair, right?
It's a little fluffy.
So we got to bring this line down. So that means I want you to do 2 thumb lengths. Let's pretend it's 2 thumb lengths from that line. Draw another dash. Now you know where your hair is going to go roughly, approximately. Some hair is much, much bigger. Like you can see all different types and styles and textures of hair up here if you want to come look at these pictures. And so some people's hair is going to go all the way up here. And some people's hair is going to stay down because they're a ballerina and their bun is sucked to the top of their head, right? So I want you to start now thinking about your hair. There's a mirror back there if you need to check out what that looks like. And I want you to start drawing the texture of your hair.
Can we go on a photo booth and take a picture so it's there and we can see?
Yes, you can take a photo booth picture. It's a great idea. I also have mirrors. If anyone is interested in a hand mirror, raise your hand. When you think of a ponytail, you think of like this sort of thing. Like you think of this sort of, like you kind of want to go like this. Like a pony. Right? And then bang, 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 right? And then like a big bow, right? That's what we want to do, right? But that is not how it goes, okay? Here's why. because even though your hair is pulled back, in every case I can see that it's extending above the egg shape sort of your head. Yes.
So I have just an example. If your hair is in a ponytail, would you just show it like kind of coming out behind your neck? Because a ponytail usually just goes right behind your neck.
Well, that's the thing. Like if I look at Bridget right now, I only see I'll show you what I see. So here's Bridget, okay? Here's Bridget. We have her lovely glasses sticking up here. Okay, here's her glasses. Although they're much more subtle and small than this, it looks like this. Okay, and then we have her laughing eyes. She's laughing, so I can barely see her eye at all, right? She's laughing. Okay, and we got the laughing crease right here. And then she has this mask on, so I can't see Bridget's face, okay? But I have Bridget. Now, here's the deal. Her ears are here, so we have some ears. Bridget's laughing. She has on her mask, and here's her hair, okay? Obviously this line is not right because her hair parts over here, and it comes boop, 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 over this line. Remember, we're gonna get rid of that line. We're just using it as a guideline. Face me straight on. You have a little kind of like it flips out right here. And it goes whoop, 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 whoop. And then there's a part, and there's another side of the part, so it gets a little darker again at the part. And it goes down. Notice I went above that egg line, and I also went below the egg line. Okay, now we have Bridget's part. It's a little fluffier over here. And if I look at her, I can barely see any ponytail. So I have her mask right here, which is like that. And then her neck is coming here, right? And here's her shoulders, and here's her shirt going down there. But here's the deal. With a ponytail, there are a few options. Sometimes you can only see this much. So it's behind the neck, and it's just like that. Sometimes you can see kind of like a large amount of hair that's coming down here. This is a different ponytail. Pretend this one's not here. So that's like a totally different style of a ponytail, right? And it's coming out and it's cascading because it's more full and it's like sticking out to the side. But okay, so like Jyoti's ponytail right now. So we're gonna put your ponytail.
Annika's ponytail is short in there.
Yeah, so I can't see anything behind Annika's face, right? So like that's it. This is how I would draw Annika with her ponytail. There's maybe like a little bit of ponytail showing right here. Okay, but Jyoti, I can see, hold on, let me see. Okay, Jyoti, I can see kind of like wavy. So it's kind of like wavy out to the side. So the point is, even though you have a ponytail, it's not going to be like, okay, because that is the ponytail that lives in your brain. And where is your brain? In your locker. In your locker. It is not in this room because that is definitely not what we are seeing right now, right? We're only seeing with our eyes. So if you look in the mirror, see if you can capture that, okay?
And you're going to create those tints and shades. So you might have to block out the areas. Okay? So Audrey, very nice. Perfect. Dylan, I can really see the colors, but let's try to slow down the background, okay? And I've got, who's this one? Ellie. Who's? Okay, Ellie Cooper. And then Gabe, we're going to restart. I want to see more in the bigger paper, okay? And then today you can just do refinements maybe in the background and things like that. You'll be done though today. You'll post yours, I'll show you where to post it. And then Remy, we can just, wait, does that say name? That's Hayden. That's we put our name in the back. That's Hayden Recky. And then this is Katie. It's Ariana Grande. All right,